You ever get hit with a whole bunch of spam emails? Like the ones where your boss just got in a car accident and he needs $100, or you get ones from like Facebook asking you to reset your password and they want to know all this personal information from you. Well, phishing attacks are not going away, and they've been at the forefront of cybersecurity for a long time, and it will continue to be that way. They are like the main catalyst for ransomware attacks and for network worms and for exfiltrating credentials and so many other things. And the big scary thing with phishing attacks is it doesn't really matter if you've got military grade or government grade defenses. If your HR lady or your finance person just falls for a phishing link, they could get ransomware on your whole system, or they could be giving up credentials to a malicious actor who wants to use them for bad reasons. And the list goes on of the amount of possibilities that can occur from phishing attacks. So today, we're going to do a basic demonstration through the GoPhish tool to show, how these attacks really happen. And we're going to start from the beginning, and we're going to show you how to make a basic Microsoft page and make a fake login and a very convincing phishing email. And for the record, this is for education and awareness only. So please do not send your grandmother an email telling her that you're a Siberian prince and you want her Bitcoin. So please don't do that. All right, so we've got the tool installed, and this is what you're going to see on the, in your file directory once you've installed the tool. And you're going to be looking for this GoPhish application. We're going to run that. I'm going to let that run in the background. And I want to get a disclaimer out of the way. To use this tool to its full potential, I recommend setting up a web server. And I'm not going to show you how to set up a web server. That's not the point of the video. The point of this video is to give awareness and training and show how these attacks happen. So you can take the information from this video and you'll be able to do an attack on yourself on a local network or, on anybody, obviously, in your household. But you're not going to be able to do anything outside. So keep that in mind. As I said, this is for training and awareness, and all the documentation to do those things is online, and you can use that combined with the stuff I'm going to show you today, and you can obviously do these attacks. But remember, this is for training and awareness. Do not use this for malicious purposes. Okay. So you're going to go to a web browser once you have that tool running. You're going to go to your loopback address. And if you notice, I have the colon and then 3333, which is the port this is going to be running on. So for you network guys out there, when you're troubleshooting this tool, make sure that you have a firewall rule set up for 3333. Okay, so now that we're in, you can see that this tool tracks a lot of things. It tracks when the email's open. It tracks if a link has been clicked. It tracks if you've even put in a password, which we're going to demonstrate today. And it even shows if somebody reported the email. So this tool is intended to be used for gauging where your company is with phishing simulations. And the cool thing with this tool is you can make it look very realistic, which we're also going to demonstrate. So we're going to start from the beginning. We have setting profiles, which I've already configured this. This is the test Gmail account I'm using for the sake of the video. And it's going to have you put in the SMTP address, and then you'll put your username and then the password for the Gmail account, which I've hidden, obviously. And, that's a pretty simple setup. And then we're going to make a landing page. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So we're going to name it test. And you use raw HTML, which if you go to this little GitHub page here, I've already got one, which I'll have a link to that. And when we run it, it's a pretty convincing Microsoft page. Looks pretty good, I'd say. And we're going to use this to steal passwords. So there's going to be some cool stuff going on. So we'll set it to capture submitted data and capture passwords. And then we get this little redirect, which I'm going to set it to google.com. So what's going to happen is when the user enters their password, it's just going to take them to Google, but we're going to steal their password on the way. So that's going to be a really interesting thing to showcase. That's done. And email template. So this is what they're going to be sent in the email, which you see I have the name testing in the tool for the video. And this is definitely not phishing. That's going to be the subject they get. And I've coded this in HTML. So the response they're going to get is also going to be in HTML, but it'll be converted obviously into raw text on the email client. And then the users, which you just set, who you're going to be sending the email to, which I've already configured. It's as simple as putting in their name in the email. Nothing else complicated there. So we are going to launch this test. And for the email testing, the landing page we just made, URL, this is what the web server is, but you can set it to your loopback address for the 127.0.0.1. If you're doing it, at home. And then Smith TDI. That's the test email and the user. All right. So I'm going to send this. And the fun part is we now get to see what happens. We get this open here. Well, this is not a phishing email. Guess we'll have to see for ourselves, right? Wow, this is a really good looking Microsoft page. Let me put in my information. Kevin, password We're going to do hello world for the programmers out there. It took me to Google. That's really strange. Oh, wow. So when you look at this, you can see it saw that I opened the email, it saw that I clicked the link, and it saw that I submitted data. And when you scroll down here, you see I was using Chrome. It even tracks that too. It tells you the version. Then you see, look, I've entered Kevin, and then I entered hello world for the password. So think about that. An attacker can use a tool just like this and ask for your credit card, or ask for personal identifiable information, or ask for so many other things. And the landing pages they have are very, very convincing. As you can see, I showed you the Microsoft page, but I have a LinkedIn one. I'll show you the LinkedIn one. Looks just like a regular LinkedIn page, but you can use this to steal somebody's password, get in their LinkedIn account. And once you're in a LinkedIn account, you can get, all kinds of personal information on there. So the stuff is out there, and it's very popular, and it gets used. So it's just something to keep in mind. Like, really double check your emails, because you can make very convincing stuff. And for some attacks, once you click the link, it's too late. You've opened yourself up to ransomware, network attacks, worms, so many other things. But yeah, that's the pretty big basic use of the phishing tool. And yeah, that's about it.
And there you have it. And that's how you do a basic phishing attack with the GoPhish tool. So we showed you a little bit of credential exfiltration, showed you a little bit of how easy it is to make a very convincing Microsoft page, and a little bit of how attackers are performing these attacks nowadays. So keep in mind, here at CYFI, we do phishing evaluations for companies, so we can see where you and your employees stand, to see how they're responding well and where they're not doing well. As you can see, we can track if they're clicking a link, whether they're entered credentials, and to just see how they respond to the email and just see how things are going. Most importantly, this also helps meet the risk assessment feature for the FTC safeguard requirements. So if you are looking to get into compliance, phishing simulations are a good way to update your security and then also remain in compliance too. And if you ever have more questions, you can reach out at CYFI365.com, and that link will be in the description. Also, keep in mind, we do free cyber risk assessments, and I will also have that link available for you too. So if you're not sure where you stand with your security, come give us a call, or come give us a ticket, come email us, and we can take a look and see where you stand. So that's all I have for today. And as always, happy hacking and have a good day.